I'm King Kong. Bitch, I think I'm
King Kong.
Like a nigga with no hands. This shit about to hit different. On your bullshit like 93 pippin'. Replay while you know skipping. 2020 vision. Still looking for the competition. Still for my vision. Making decisions on different.
All right. Thank you so much for joining the She Shed Show. I am your host, Super Duper _Trunk Rattler, easily found on Instagram. This is our 11th episode, September 29th.
Oh
That's
my
right.
gosh.
And today is my mama's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday to
Happy
ya.
birthday to
Hey.
ya. Happy birthday to ya.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
go.
Hey. Hey. Already. So my mama's birthday is today. Now, this woman is my light. I tell you, I love this lady so much. I just want to talk a little bit about her. She's a wonderful individual. You know, both of my parents come from the education industry out of Prairie View A&M University, PVU.
Hey.
Already.
Shout out to Jones the General tuning in, saying happy birthday to mama.
Yes, thank you so much. Her name is Karen Charleston. She's an AKA. She is already. She's a PVAMU alumni as well as Houston Tillotson out in Austin area. She's also alumni from there. She is a former Teachers Retirement System board member, a musician, a professional, aunt, sister, daughter, and especially mom.
Hey.
Love you, mama.
Happy birthday, moms.
So I wanted to let everybody know that it is very easy for you to interact with me while on the air. That's easy. Thank you, Mr. Jones, the General.
Hey.
She's gonna really enjoy that. Thank you. It's very easy to comment and let me know what you guys are thinking while I'm on the air. You can easily go to YouTube and type in I Love to Jam Radio, the number 2. And you will see She Shed Show is live there. You can comment live. I'll see those comments come across the screen here, and I can, hey there, hi Rashad.
Shout out to I Shoot to Live Photography.
Yes.
Make sure y'all hit him up. Want to get your hot shots.
Already Live Photography. So this evening we have Miss Lovey, the queen of all things indie.
Hey, spit.
Hey.
I'm changing it from I ain't shit to ice don't spit. But then I don't want people to think I can't rap.
Yeah, but I think I ain't shit is cool.
Okay, cool. I ain't shit.
I think it's cool.
It's humble.
Yeah,
it's me and my humblest.
And it shows that you have a sense of humor and you can laugh at yourself. So I love that.
I like how you fake drinking out of coffee cup. Not to bust you out, but that ain't no coffee in that cup.
What's going on, Krista? Thank you for joining. Okay, so we are going to fake drink out of this coffee cup.
I'm gonna fake tip.
Yeah, here we go. Boop, fake cheers and everything. And that is brought to you by the makers of Martell.
Blue Swift, baby.
Already.
Ain't trying to be shit, never been shit. You said it, Rashad.
I ain't shit neither.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of topics to talk about today. The first one that we are going to jump right on into is the 2022 tax season. It is upcoming. I know a lot of things have changed this year. I know that we have been starting businesses and receiving loans and stimulus payments and advanced child tax credits and things like that. So I just want to keep you guys abreast of a few tips.
Did you come to bring us abreast today? Thank you for keeping us abreast. Or two.
I keep you two breasts.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit more complicated this year. The IRS is not in the business of making sure that you get all of your credits and benefits. They are in the business of making sure they get all of their money. And that is that is a quote coming from Mark Stieber, the chief tax officer at Jackson Hewitt. So just be careful that you are getting all your benefits and your credits. So here's a new thing that has come out. So I know a lot of people are not aware of this yet because we have been sliding by on Cash App, getting all this money, running our businesses on Cash App when we were told ahead of time that Cash App was for personal use. That's right. Well, they've gotten kind of, on our tail about that. So we're going to just go ahead and just keep moving forward. But there is a new rule in place. 1099s are coming, and they are coming for everyone who has received more than prefer a thigh. Boy, you crazy. If you have received more than $600, what a low threshold, right?
Right.
So that is considered income. So make sure that you get your expenses ready. I don't know if you are filing, how you are filing, but if you are able to claim expenses, then please do. I know that's a big thing for a lot of people because they have been accepting Cash App and Venmo as well. $600 is the threshold for them too. So, that's a big issue. It gets more complicated because of the third stimulus payment. Be sure not to include this on your tax filing as income. Otherwise, your refund is going to be a little bit short. Also, those advanced child tax credits, this is going to impact the amount of your final return. It's going to be lower, whatever you have received since I think June or July when they first started putting out those $250 per child credits onto your card. You're going to have those deducted from your final tax return. So that's a big issue there. And for the PPP loan recipients, I did want to let you guys know that you can go over to the irs.gov's business taxes website page, and they'll talk all about self-employment, how to file your taxes, and give you some more education on that respect. And also, you do have to pay 50% of your payroll taxes by the end of this year. So make sure that you stay up on top of that. So I have two tips
Tippity tips.
for the rest of the year.
Okay, let's
First
hear 'em.
tip, keep your receipts.
Huh.
That's right. Keep
Keep
your
your
receipts.
receipts.
Yeah. If you're out, you're buying, you spending, you're doing things for you and your business, you trying to get yourself ahead, keep the receipt. And if you're at one of those POS models where it asks you for your email address, don't be lazy and skip that portion. Let them email that to you. You just don't realize as we're moving through this whole new era of Black entrepreneurism, we are not realizing some of the things that we are skipping past that are really, really, really good and fundamental in terms of paying your taxes and being legitimate and accountable for your income. So put your email address in there, use the same one. And when it comes time to file your taxes, all you have to do is go in your email, type in receipt, and so many different things will come down. You'll be able to itemize and add those as expenses, and that's just a good thing. And then my second tip is, if you are in business, charge that sales tax. Whatever is the allowable, whatever is the max, charge that, because what you will miss out of your profit is 8.25% if you're not charging that, and that's the max allowable. So make sure you charge your sales tax. Make sure that you're filing your quarterly returns. Stay on top of that. We here at the She Shed Show want to encourage people to endeavor out into entrepreneurism and be successful at it. There are different things and different hurdles and things that you'll have to learn. And we're just trying to give you some more heads up on that. Thank you, everybody who is tuning in, sending me so much love. All right. So let me tell you something that happened to me earlier this week. We on to our second topic, and that's called tricking. So earlier this week, guy says to me, "Take me off of your trick list." I was really offended.
Take me off your trick list.
I was offended. That sounds like prostitute talk.
It,
That sounds like pimp talk.
Ew.
So Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. Trying to reconnect on my Facebook, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, guys, head on over to YouTube, type in I Love to Jam
Or
Radio,
they
and then
can
they
just
can
go
see
to
me there.
the number 2 Jam on Facebook.
Love the number 2 Jam on Facebook.
It's on the Facebook page.
That's right.
So
Awesome.
like, subscribe, follow. You could see her in the whole room.
So what is a trick?
What is a trick? Good question. I imagine a trick is someone that a female takes. I don't know. Like, it's got so many different possible meanings, but overall,
it mean
it's
to
somebody.
you?
Oh, to me,
Yeah.
I guess it ain't tricking if you got it comes to mind.
Okay.
I don't really kind of take stock in the idea of a trick. I mean, he's not a trick if he only buys your food, sis. In the words of Megan Thee Stallion, this says a person who financially supports another with the agreement that the primary base of the relationship is financial advantage.
Yeah.
Well put, Rashad.
No, he's my nerd. He knows how to write. Thank you so much for putting that out there. He knows exactly what a trick is. And let me tell you what I think it is.
What you think it is, Reen?
I think a trick is a person who provides benefits or resources in exchange for romantic favor. So,
Okay. Monetary
chatting
in exchange for romantic
favor.
Okay.
Like, hand holding, hugging, kissing, and more.
Well, the tricking part is giving. I mean, it's like the term goes back to the 70s in prostitution. So it's hard to like break it away from that and be like, oh, okay, because the trick doesn't have to be like a John. A trick could just be, I don't know, friend.
Yeah, no, I actually wrote a little something for it, so I'm going to go ahead right on into it because, I was really affected by that and I felt some kind of way. So
Did you take it negatively because of the prostitutional undertone?
You know how I am. I always look at things from both sides.
Okay.
And, I try to increase my perspectives so that I can understand stuff. I like how she put that already. So what I saw in that statement really is more so a prayer or a request not to be taken advantage of, but it also
okay.
Yeah. But
with
it also kind of
undertone.
Yeah, there's a negative undertone in there. It's a fear thing and that's negative.
Do guys give a fuck though if you call them a trick? Is that offensive?
Yes, because we're in that era right now where men are not supposed to be showing all their feelings and committing themselves and investing into their feelings. So whatever. But I actually think it reveals a real vulnerability and a sore spot of sorts about your past experiences and some of the disappointments that you've had in obtaining that kind of romantic favor, putting yourself out there and being rejected. And I think that all admirers do have some form of insecurity because, that's really kind of embedded into our very nature of being human. Nobody wants to be rejected. We all want to be accepted for who we are. And, that's very human and I appreciate that. But, you have to show vulnerability as a human. That's just what it takes to make it in romance and in relationships. Showing those parts of yourself that could be easily. I don't think people who trick don't care about being called a trick. They know what they're doing already. Rashad, thank you for tuning in, boy.
And then he also says people who really trick, do it for the convenience.
Already.
I imagine it's supposed to be convenience instead of convince.
He's gonna go back and edit that because he does not like to make misspellings. So we understand. You don't have to go back and hit the edit button. We already know what it is.
The internet's got it. The world's in it now.
But also, you know what it says to me?
What's that?
It says that I compensated you for your time and for your affection. And now it's time to compensate me for my affection and for my time, which really kind of like monetizes relationships and makes them so westernized.
Indeed it does. What about tricking and being equivalent to one's love language being gifts and money or whatever? Because there's people whose love language is that. So if you're giving that person that, are you tricking?
Are you tricking?
Right. And then it's also, I think tricking, okay, this is boom. I think a trick or tricking has some type of dishonesty to it. Like, it's like you're buying into something that's not really what it is. That's why it's called a trick, because you're being tricked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like the actual, what it's coming from.
That's right.
So
there's a trick going on.
Exactly.
Aha moment.
My right hand's over here and you're dazzled and razzled by it, but my left hand is in your wallet.
Yeah.
So
shooting a dummy.
A trick has some dishonesty to it. Like,
yes, it does.
So
there's deceit in there somewhere.
Exactly.
That's right.
So it implies that the man is unaware and that he's being tricked.
You know what? I think that maybe that might be the original definition and how it related to prostitution. But I think that prostitution is really kind of far away from what we do in modern society. But I do see that we are allowing guys to call us hoes, call us bitches. We call them niggas. We call them tricks.
Now that's two different things. You put two things together that ain't.
I put them together because they exist.
Oh, okay.
They do exist, and I mean, we are talking about tricking.
I'm talking about niggas though. Niggas and tricks ain't the same.
It's not the same, but that's what we call. I'm saying that we are called bitches and hoes,
right? But that's not. You could be called a bitch, and that doesn't imply that you're tricking.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
trick
I'm just
is
saying,
pretty.
Like, you see what I mean when I'm just saying, like, they do normalize a little bit of pimp hoe culture into our everyday talk, like how girls talk to you, that bitch,
right?
How
I call you and be like, bitch. Yeah.
I get it, right? I get it, but when we talk, if I worked in a barbershop for years. Everybody knows me as Leslie the Barber.
Ooh.
That's right. And I'm telling you, if they're talking about a woman, they call her a hoe.
I think that's This is a Texas thing. A hoe can be anything. A hoe can be a piece of toast.
Yeah.
A hoe could be a person.
But that just goes to show how normal it is. Man, this hoe boring. That's what my son said one time.
Yeah.
I got on. I said, I'm boring. And he said, no, not you, mama, like the house. My voice tics is killing me. You better check that shit.
You stupid.
I do want to encourage everybody to, reject that whole idea of tallying favors. I do something for you. Now you have to do the equivalent to me. It's this depositing into this metaphorical bank that nobody ever really gets to, withdraw out of. It's just, it's just this trading of favors. That has this obligation to it, which is not love. If you love somebody, or if you care about somebody, or you're interested in getting with them, do it with some level of vulnerability. Yeah, we might get rejected. Yeah, we might be called ugly or fat or whatever, but that's a part of meeting other people and finding out whether or not we mesh. So, I just wanted to say that. And I also had some polls ups.
Women trick.
Oh yeah, men and women trick,
and
no doubt.
Rum Raw G or Rum Raj.
That's called for brother Rum. What's
okay,
up?
I didn't know. He said tricking ain't dead.
So not pimping ain't dead neither. And some of these women out here and men out here pimping themselves, and they don't realize how much they lose. And people can take scoops out of your spirit and never put anything back. So you have to be careful with your sexual side. Your sensuality is something of value, and you don't want to be just letting that go for $40.
Not that high 40.
And there was a time when men used to come with the roses and the candy and the
Romance.
movie tickets and take you out dancing, and you put on your nice dress and y'all go out there and hug and kiss, and at the end of the night he go about his business, you go about yours, and everybody was happy. But now we have all of this rhetoric being shot around like, does she or does she not sleep or put out on the first date? Don't let that stuff bother you. If you're not ready to do nothing with somebody, just go on the date, enjoy yourself, and keep on going. People who really live the life know what they're doing. There are people who prefer the dynamic baby girls. Oh yeah, people want to live that life, but I'm telling you, it's not stable. It's not stable, and if you get enough money to get out the game, do that, because all those situations are not like Diamond in the Players Club.
That's true. Instant gratification generation.
Yeah, she was out there swinging on the pole or whatever, and in the end of the movie here, you see her on graduation day moving into her career and on with her personal life. But that life has grabbed a hold of so many women and destroyed them.
Young girls, really.
Yeah, and we're still, to this day, it's 2021, we're moving into 2022, and we're still talking about sex trafficking. We have got to get past this idea that sex has a financial value to it, and we need to grow up.
Well, I mean, it is an industry, friend.
It is an industry, but
a multi-billion-dollar industry.
It sacrifices so much out of women, and we don't get those things back.
I agree.
We don't get those things back. And speaking of which, R. Kelly, he out of there. He was out here doing all this stuff with these young women. I heard some comments, something about the parents need to get their time and all this other kind of stuff or whatever. But, once you delve into sex work or you start trading sex for whatever, you are in for it can really go bad. I mean, we could bring endless guests onto the She Shared Show to testify to you about how difficult it is to get out of that life and how to get your life back after you have gone through that kind of situation. But this was actually talking about tricking. And tricking for me is like, you buy me jewelry, you buy me clothes, you get my hair done, you get my nails done, you might pay a light bill or my rent or my car note or something like that. And then what I do for you is going to be something sexual or something like that. Like, that's not how Super Duper Trunk Rattler get down. Ain't none of this for sale. It's all mine. I own it outright, got the deed, all that shit. So, what I really just want to encourage everyone to do is to be a little bit more spontaneous and willing to let go of some things in the trade of learning other people and experiencing other people and, making endeavors into love and stuff. So, I did send out a poll yesterday on Facebook and also Instagram, and it looks like everybody agrees that if you take women out on dates and you pay for it, that is not tricking.
No, it ain't tricking if it's food.
Yeah, if it's just, what I'm saying?
Maybe it becomes a trick if they do it under the premise of receiving something that you don't have no intention on giving them. And you ordered the steak, the shrimp, the lobster. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ran up a whole check under the guise that this is going to be beneficial for him in the way that he, I guess, wants it to be, not just your time. So then it becomes a trick.
Yeah. LG said that's kind of weak or whatever to think of it in that way or whatever, if you are out on a date with a woman and you you just, that's just a sign of interest.
And that's the gentleman thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I talked to Coffee Brother Tony Mack yesterday about it.
Shout out Tony Mack and the Coffee Brothers.
Already. He told me, well, the conversation was kind of wild because, he made a point that Black women are making more money than Black men at this point, and that it's so difficult to take a woman out on the date that she wants to go on and she not have to pay or whatever. He even brought up, why don't we go Dutch? Why is that not normal? And
I think that just sets the tone. Like that sets the tone in a relationship a little bit.
What tone are you looking for?
I'm saying it sets the tone. Period. Like going Dutch. If you go Dutch with a female or whatever and you asked her out on a date and you make her pay for her own meal, it just sets the tone. I feel, like then niggas be like, all this independent woman talk, like you give a man an opportunity to walk in his masculinity and he screams Dutch. So then when you get to sharing that masculine energy with him because he just denied the opportunity to use it, then you're the alpha female, then you're a bitch, then you're overbearing, then you're you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole different situation. So it's like, a whole different situation. Pay for the food, my nigga.
Just pay. What you said, Megan Thee Stallion say?
It ain't tricking if he buy your food, sis.
Ready. What about this idea? Splendor daddy. Splendor mama.
Sugar daddy and sugar mama.
It say a man or woman who strives to be a sugar daddy or sugar mama, but just doesn't have the funds to pull it off.
That's a splendor.
Right. Not quite the same as the original, and it leaves not so pleasant taste behind.
Jeez.
Yeah, I kind of like that one because really folks be thinking that they really tricking when they ain't even got it. You know what I'm saying? Like you running yourself in the poorhouse trying to get some of these women out here and they don't even want you.
Or at least pretend to be something.
Yeah.
Just to acquire their attention.
Yeah, shoot for the stars. But don't be disappointed if one of those stars, you fall short or something like that. Just keep trying. Don't give up. There's love out there for everybody and we all deserve it. So, yeah, totally. And provide for yourself well. You know what I'm saying? Providing for yourself well really does help. If you show up whole, you're not showing this guy asked you out on a date and you show up to the date, you couldn't get your hair done and you couldn't get your nails done and you didn't have the best outfit or something like that. And you coming out on a date and your light bill is due. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not showing up whole. That's not showing up intact. You really need to show up whole. I mean, light bill paid, water bill paid, life insurance policy paid up. Take care of yourself well. Don't show up sloppy because that doesn't give anybody anything to work with. What it does is it thrusts, it makes your needs and your problems an additional a point of accountability in having to deal with you. So work hard, get 2 jobs, save your money, be frugal, budget every month, pray, get enough rest, drink some water. And then once you have got yourself balanced, then start taking some of these offers to go out on dates and to buy, I don't know, dinner for somebody or something like that. But so I guess really more so what I really wanted to just say that, tricking is not a term that we should be taking into 2022.
I agree.
Because if you want me, you better show it. And I'm not talking about just telling me that you like me or grabbing my booty. I'm talking about open yourself up, be more vulnerable. Because if you don't show me that you want me, I'm going to be listening to somebody else who do. Okay, so listen, we covered 2 really, really important topics today. The 2022 taxes that is upcoming. I gave you some tips. Make sure you share those with your friends and family, especially those who have entered into business in 2021. We also covered tricking, take me off of your trick list, and sugar mamas. But we need to take a quick break, do a little intermission. We will take just a few moments and we'll be right back.